Hello everyone, Quintessence42, your lone archiver here, and in this video, I'll be focusing on the flamethrower. But you might be confused if you just immediately start skipping through the clips, because I'm not the one using the flamethrower. The flamethrower is the showcase, but what we're going to be doing is supporting the flamethrower user through two methods. The first thing is by having a primary with good stagger force. The Cookout, the Breaker, the Punisher, and the Slugger are all good shotguns with good amounts of stagger and push force, respectively. The Spray and Pray can also do this job, but to a lesser extent. The Crossbow can also do this job, but you have to be careful to be further from the ally you're supporting when you're shooting, otherwise you'll hit them. Another good example of AoE stagger force that you can use is the Punisher Plasma. The Scorcher and the Purifier might also do this with their upcoming changes. The Purifier more so than the Scorcher. Other good examples of things that have high stagger force are the Pummeler and the Liberator Concussive, but I won't be using those in this video. I find that for bugs and what you need to shoot for supporting a flamethrower user, they're not as viable, but they're still good options if you have no other good options for stagger force that I've listed. The second thing we'll be using is the stim pistol. With the use of the experimental infusion booster, which gives you movement speed and damage reduction, you can pretty heavily support a flamethrower user, especially if they're wearing fireproof armor. If they're wearing fireproof armor, not only can you match the fire damage they're taking with a stim pistol shot, but you can outpace it and give them these effects. With all of that active, they can become pretty much untouchable. The only thing they really have to worry about is chargers or alpha commanders or warriors getting too close. And that's where you come in. A couple of good options for your support weapon to run to actually assist them is either the Stalwart, because it's always a good option for bugs, the machine gun, which has a little more stagger force. I've tried the heavy machine gun for this. I don't think it was as effective as the other two options, but you could still use it if you want. But the other thing I had really good use with was the grenade launcher. The grenade launcher is really good for that far-range crowd control, especially as spewers and alpha commanders stand together in groups, spawning in enemies or spewing from afar. This can let you stun lock them, or kill them outright, to make it so that way your flamethrower user has a lot easier time. That's also another reason why the railgun or the anti-materia rifle might be viable for this, but I personally haven't tried them yet. I don't recommend using the autocannon, despite the fact that it has good stagger force, because the other key part of this I recommend using is the supply pack. The problem with running the fire armor is the fact that you don't get as much stims as the medic armor. Having more opportunities to stim through fire is what makes that so usable. So between this and your stim pistol, you can do an excellent job supporting you and your teammate. Now, to view this from the flamethrower user's perspective. Clearly, the stratagem you're going to be using for your support weapon is the flamethrower. How would this not be a flamethrower video without it? For backpacks, you could also run, potentially, the supply pack. You can't really run a shield generator pack, though. You can't run this because the stim pistol can't stim through this. This could lead to some problems of doing this in quick play, because I don't think you're going to be able to convince a quick play flamethrower user to take off their shield generator pack. This is really useful for taking care of hunters for them. However, if you have the new War Bond, you also get access to the Guard Dog Dog Breath. The Dog Breath applies gas, and gas, in its new form, can cause confusion. Hunters and pouncers, which are the most common things that flamethrower users will struggle to deal with that get on top of them really fast, outside of alpha warriors, end up being pretty viable to use gas against. Not only do they die fast from it, but the confusion also makes it so that way once they land, you can back up away from them and have this target them, preventing them from giving chase to you. As for the grenades, if you have the grenade pistol as the flamethrower user, I'd recommend running it if the person you're teaming up with isn't running the grenade launcher. The grenade pistol can also just be good anyway. For your primary, I simply recommend something with good push or stagger force to get things off yourself whenever your ally has to reload and can't push things back on you. You don't necessarily have to use the cookout, because once things are on fire, you can rely on it to keep burning. So you want something to keep targets in the fire. This is where the pummeler can come in. Because of the stun ability it has, you can keep targets within place. Another thing that's pretty viable that isn't viable for your teammate is the blitzer. Because no one should be standing in front of you because you're a flamethrower user, the blitzer can be safely used to stun things and keep them bunched up in front of you. The infinite ammo also means that you don't have to worry about ammo as much on this, but since one of you should be running the supply pack anyway, that shouldn't have been a concern in the first place. But it's still worth mentioning if you are running into that issue. As for throwables, I recommend at least one of you runs thermite, while the other one runs stun. If you feel like you have to close too many holes, you can also just close them with a frag grenade or an HE if you feel like it, and that can be pretty viable as well. It leads to a good duo build that doesn't require too much communication, as the person who I'm communicating with, Box, doesn't even have voice chat. This means that this should be effective for all divers as long as you just have a base level of being able to work with each other. It might not work against randoms, especially because people are still getting used to the stim pistol from what I've seen, which is honestly kind of surprising, but at the same time, people are still getting back into the game. It makes sense. With that, let's get started rolling the clips. Okay, let's go here. As you can see, both me and Box are running primary, secondary, and grenades, fitting that of what I said at the introduction to this video. Despite the fact that there's no more promotions for me, but I'm ready to get promoted anyway. And here we can see that our stratagem selection is mostly themed around taking care of larger targets with the 500 kg and the orbital railgun strike, and we both have a stratagem tool for taking care of bug breaches. The gas can confuse bug breaches and take care of light bugs, allowing you to get away. Meanwhile, the napalm barrage kills basically everything smaller than a charger, and lets you get away while bugs continue to burn from the hull. I hear stalkers, so just be careful. They're probably coming from here. Yep. Here they are. Watch out behind us. Alright. I'm going down to where the stalkers are. For this blitz mission, we mostly have to split up. However, this isn't necessarily a bad thing, as it gets to show off that this build is viable on its own. So that way, if you do try to use it in a quick play game, and end up getting stuck out or captured alone, like that sometimes even happens in dedicated groups, you can still take care of yourself. Say hello to my little grenade launcher. Alright, there's probably a sugar nest here, or some kind of other nest. Casual reminder that stim pistol does stack with itself, so shooting the target multiple times does make them heal just a little bit faster, which is nice to see. Not to mention the out-of-combat healing, which is nice to not waste a stim on. Anti-material rifle, which is not that useful for us. Sounds like there was another stalker nest. Looks like that was another stalker nest. I'm just focusing on the Alpha Commander because it can keep up with us for now. And then I'm running. Yeah, I lose one grenade if I reload here, but that's fine. Okay. I guess we just go for the Mega Nest? Since if we can take care of that, we're done with the objective. If we need to run from it, we got the option to. This actually is the variety of Mega Nest that only has 10 holes, which is slightly unfortunate because that means that we can't finish off the entire mission with just doing it. There's still a SEAF here, so it looks like the other side objective would be here, and it looks like it's another Stalker nest.
Calling in an eagle.
It's the fuse jump scare.
Maybe the real jump scare was the friends we made along the way. What does that even mean? Is it going to dishearten you if I'm not that scared?
No, that's probably good. I don't like scaring people.
Okay, cool. With the bugs having to push uphill to fight Box with a flamethrower through a small choke point, I get started on blowing up these holes. I can head over to you in a second. I'm just more focused on closing holes because I figured that's a better use of both of our time.
So how's it going today?
Oh, it goes. Just standard tier 10 bug nonsense. Say, casually ragdolling away from a charger that just ran me over. Good times, good times. Nice.
Oh, that's right, I'm using the explosive crossbow. Forgot.
Nope. Now I get screwed over by character interaction where, for some reason, even after canceling the reload with a dive and trying to use my backpack, they still feel like just reloading the grenade launcher. So I can't get any more stims. Which is the reason why whenever you're using the supply pack, you should be making sure to refill if you have 0 stims. Just in case you ever get into a situation like that. Here, I also get trapped. However, it's no issue. I'll just 500 kg everything that just killed me. I got an impaler this time. It's fine.
Request approved. Reinforcements have been launched.
There's still that thing in the center. Gotta be.
On my position.
Engaging. I'll take it.
Okay.
South.
Oh, there's Alpha Warriors. One amazing part about having a rounds reloading shotgun is when you go to melee something, you only cancel reloading 1 round, meaning you can go right back to shooting after you reload that 1 round. Alright, that job is done, so let's get out of dodge. Side note to self, I really have to train myself out of saying, alright. I say it so often in these videos. To use the warning, there's probably another Stalker's nest here on this pin.
100 meters.
Understood.
I'm gonna head down towards the larger base to the south. Hopefully by the time I get there, I've got things off cooldown again. Sneaking up to a SEAF artillery, I start getting to work on loading it. However, before I can finish loading it, we run into some slight issues. I don't know if this patrol is protracted by me dropping in resupply stratagems as they hear it hitting the ground or not, but they really just came at the worst possible time. Since I was focusing on getting the rounds reloaded, I didn't pick up my support weapon or my backpack yet, which means that there's now a charger right next to them, and I'm all the way over here on the other side of the artillery. And I missed the thermite throw.
Requesting orbital strike.
Requesting orbital.
Dropping a barrage on that, so back up from it.
Barrage, clear the area.
Now we sit back and watch the fireworks do all the talking. And it talks quite loud. There. You got stunned by the Ragdollers. In case you haven't seen it before, the Ragdolling spore pods also stun any enemy that is stuck inside of the spores when they get bursted. Which is nice, because chargers can be stopped dead in their tracks by them, which is an amazing thing to have. I should be clarifying that by saying anything immune to stun still doesn't get affected by it, but any enemy that can be stunned will be. Oh, there's still things coming out of here? That's not good.
Outpost destroyed. Calling in orbital strike.
The Bug Breech is not over yet somehow. Ah, bounce off the rock in an unpredictable way. Fortunately enough, the thermite grenade finishes what I start, and we even get a good view at the show.
Deploying reinforcements.
Alright. And here's another example about why having good stagger force for bugs can be so important. You can just stun lock spears out of being able to do anything to you. I'm getting one more thing from down here, and then we can load this. File time incoming, by the way. Let's take a moment to talk about how Fuse's loadout complements the rest of this kit. With the recoilless rifle, they can take out the heavies that we can't take care of as quickly or efficiently. With the airstrike and cluster bombs, they can take out key targets with rapid deliberation. And also, they have a barrage for large nests, which can be quite useful, even when you are running the grenade launcher. Because it can take out larger targets, the grenade launcher has a tough time dealing with, and then you could push in to finish off the rest of the holes that the barrage, due to its randomness, ended up missing. This overall complements us really well, and Fuse is really good at doing this sort of stuff. It's great to have friends like these. That's what this build is really good for. There's stuff at this point of interest that I'm going to try and go around so that way I can take care of the last two bases before we run out of time. As always when playing with Vox, we go for clearing out every single thing we can on the map. Extraction? That's optional. I'll be linking a video of theirs in the description that you can go watch of how dedicated we are to this cause. Extraction is completely optional. What's more important is clearing the way for a better tomorrow. Yeah, you sneak up on me like that? No way. Not happening.
Enemy tactical asset within range. ETA T-minus 2 minutes 30 seconds.
If you don't see me again, just know that I hopefully died for a good cause.
Hopefully.
You loaded the mini nuke first, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, then you made my job very easy then. Well, the SEAF artillery might be one of the most annoying side objectives to take care of. When you do get to make good use of it when the time runs out, or in range of a stratagem jammer to take it out, it's a whale of a time.
T-minus 2 minutes.
It only makes sense I'd get ragdolled immediately after saluting that. Somehow I missed one of them. I guess I threw it too far. Got a group in front of me. Mostly hunters. That's what grenade launcher is good for, though. Alley-oop.
Heavy. On my position. T-minus 1 minute.
Setting up swarms of them. Alright. The main reason grenade launcher is in this build is for the stagger force. That's also the cookouts in this build. Honestly, basically everything is in this build for stagger force. Come on, I gotta wait for the actual fight to deploy. Oh,
30 seconds.
it's still bleeding to death. You're just gonna have to trust the fact that nothing else interesting happens for that mission. You can see on this screen that everybody extracted. Yeah, we should be able to pay like the 50k requisition slips for like, I don't know, just a single cache of super credits, like as if you picked up one in a map.
Lots of samples collected.
This one we won't be so pressed for time that we have to all split. Wait, Fuse, you forgot to equip the booster!
Oh, god damn it. Thought I did.
It didn't visually show one. I was just about to tell you, and then the thing readied up too quick.
Yeah, that's my fault, sorry.
This is why I always go booster first. That way I don't forget about it. Because you can forget a booster. You can't forget 4 stratagems. It doesn't let you.
Really? That's interesting.
Speaking of stratagems, I've switched out the napalm barrage for the walking barrage. The walking barrage is better at pushing into fortified locations, and taking care of egg nests when it comes to bugs is definitely the closest thing to a fortified location you'll have, other than the mega nest that we'll have to take care of at some point. You know what? Fine. Aiming towards the ground around a charger's butt and using the splash damage from a grenade launcher to take care of it is very viable, and you should do it often. The only downside is if you hit a rock in the ground and it bounces off at an awful angle, as shown earlier. But that's a rare occurrence, so I wouldn't rely on that occurring. That's what a rare occurrence is, you dunderhead. Just another thing we're gonna have to leave in the final cut, because it's too stupid to cut out of it. Oh. Throwing in a 500 kg.
Attack underway.
Marking sample batch, bug hole, south, 200 meters.
These guys are going to use his supplies, so I'm just gonna take care of them.
Thank you.
Anytime you see a Shrieker nest, you should work on sniping it. If your weapon can even damage it at all, it can be worth it just to resupply now where you're standing and just snipe it from afar. It's better to deal with a little bit of lost ammo than it is to deal with the hordes of Shriekers they can spawn. Oh wait, I don't need to pick these up anymore. I am too used to Fuse needing samples. He has just recently joined the not requiring any more samples club, and my brain is still not used to that fact. It sees sample for Fuse, it pick up sample for Fuse. On, hold position. You don't get too close to that too soon.
Never destroy our way of life.
There.
That'll do.
Be back shortly.
The power of the increased radius of the 500 kg, it's really beautiful. Brings a tear to my eye. Yeah, so me and Box have been running this new bug build, which has been really good. You have one person on Flamer and Fireproof armor, and Stim Pistol actually will heal past fire damage in that setup. So you can just keep them alive really easily, and then you just focus on staggering things, that way they don't get too close to the Flamer too quickly and blitz them down.
That sounds like a good point.
Yeah, personally I've been liking the hook out for it for the added benefit of also setting things on fire. Mostly thematically for that. Fire is already fire damage. Applying a second variant of it, I don't think does anymore. Applying gas to something that's already on fire is effective, and you get the benefits of both DOTs.
Watch your head, Orange.
Applying fire to something already on fire, I think just resets the timer for how long it'll be on fire for, which still is useful. I have to reload, so it'll be a second before I can shoot anything off you. Okay. I honestly would have just gotten off that and swapped to the recoilless there.
I was out of rockets. I already tried that thing once. Okay, now I'm gonna get off the rocket.
Alright, it's down.
Shit.
Okay.
Reloading.
Okay. I know that feeling.
Engaging terminal.
And that's how you can make even a tier 10 Bug Breech look like a cakewalk. The power of friendship. Anything is possible. Anything you can put your mind to. Skipping ahead to avoid a conversation we had with Fuse that would make some of the points I've already brought up a little bit redundant, we end up getting to the big bug nest. Not the mega nest, just a large nest with 10 holes. Be careful on your right. Alright. I think I can just push in now. Alright.
Bug outpost spotted. Prepare to exterminate.
Tagging location. North.
Oh.
Outpost destroyed.
Reloading.
I have to. Alright, that one's burning, so it'll die. Alright, I'm gonna see if I can maybe walk across both of these. They're a little bit close, but not perfectly close.
Orbital inbound. Reloaded.
Firing orbital barrage. Clear the area.
Alright, this base should have been softened up a little bit by that walking barrage, so I guess we can push into it now. Though that will immediately not mean anything when we get Bug Breached on. Haha.
I'm getting an angle on a bunch of eggs here. For it.
Reloading.
Mission at 30 minutes remaining.
Got it.
Reloading. Counter trajectory.
Objective nearby.
Got shriekers.
Reloading.
Yeah, we got the patrol as the modifier, so. Sorry, I hit you with one of the pellets, I think. Ammo that you can pick up right there, under you. And now we just drop off the back.
Oh, I am remembering why I don't take the adjudicator.
Yeah, honestly, the diligence is better than it because it can just one tap like hunters and stuff. That's just the light penetrating marksman rifle for context.
I do like the sound design though.
The weapon looks cool too.
Reloading.
Alright, I've softened up the base in front of us, so.
Requesting air support. Another step toward galactic liberation. Command extract when ready. Sending in an eagle.
Now I have a walking garage ready for this.
Super hard.
Firing orbital barrage. Clear the area.
First couple might just hit the rocks there.
Requesting air support.
There's gotta be a charger over here somewhere.
Never mind.
I heard one. Yeah.
Tagging location. Southeast.
When assaulting mega nests, there's really two ways to go about it. One, the rush in and get all the bug holes exploded and then just get out of there method. And the second, which is to take things slow. The issue with taking things slow is you're likely to get more than one bug breach on you during the course of taking care of these things, so really both have their issues. One leads you to most likely dying a lot, but if you have the reinforcements to waste, is definitely worth it. And the second method takes a long time and is very arduous, forcing you to burn up a lot of your mental energy fighting off bugs. I get deleted by shriekers here. It happens to the best of us.
Request approved. Reinforcements have been launched.
Sorry, I got your grenade launcher. I was just trying to use a weapon with ammo on it.
I forgot to verbally respond to what Fuse was saying in the heat of the moment, but I do have to say, if somebody dies, feel free to pick up their support weapon if you need to. If they're mad about that, that's honestly a them problem. Like, you're dead, you weren't using it. They can always drop it again for you. If you ask politely, they probably will, once everything calms down. I then take my own opportunity to try and find a way out of this situation. So I pick up the only supply pack I could see on the ground after distracting these heavies for a while, and run across a flamethrower. Seeing that as an option to pick up, I'm like, alright, cool. I will take care of this Bile Titan the best I can. It's not going to be the safest maneuver, but you can still burn out the back of them pretty easily. I take a little bit of impact damage from the leg, arm, whatever. I take a little bit of impact damage from the leg hitting me on the way out, but then it's time to run into the base. I decide we're now at the point after trying to take a shot and defuse that I've completely split up enough and been ragdolled by his grenade explosion that it's time to just get out of here completely and just get these bug holes closed. We can't afford to just have things continue to swarm out of them, especially when there's a bug breach on the way. Even worse is the fact that at this exact moment, I've got interrupted. So I have somebody over my shoulder talking to me as I'm taking care of all of these bugs about some random thing. So if it seems like I've got a one-track mind, it's because I'm distracted by literally everything else. The only thing I can focus on at the moment is destroying these nests. And that's what I'm going to do to the best of my ability. Dodging chargers left and right, sneaking through the tentacle swarm. I will do this. I will be a gamer. I will save humanity. And then I realize I'm backed into a corner, and it's only a matter of time until this canister flamethrower runs out. And well, yeah, it won't be long after that, now will it? Hello, I got interrupted. I hope you don't mind that I took your flamethrower. I did good work with it. Though I do stand true about what I said earlier, and will practice what I preach, but at the same time, it is still polite to say something when you've taken somebody's weapon, even if it's just to inform them. Jumping forward for another interruption I didn't have the opportunity to mute for, I stock up both fuse and box and supplies, and we finish off the last of the nests. I'm climbing up here. Okay, apparently I can't climb up here. I should really learn to stop doing that while moving.
Right, good work, everybody.
Chaotic as always.
Yeah. Can I call in some supplies over?
Yeah, I'm trying to also run over to you to give you stuff.
Yep. Yeah, because I got a few rockets left.
Not to mention the fact that you're out of stims, buddy. I would personally say that's the more important part.
I got you.
Fortunately, there's a stim pistol user in play. Okay, so we've got
Tagging map.
SEAF Arty. Is there another impaler still up, or is that just one from the dead one?
I'm pretty sure there's an impaler still up somewhere, but he's way off.
Okay. I'm gonna go for the Stalker's Lair. Will you take care of that?
Yeah, no problem.
I would go with Fuse. Because I'll be fine. I pay enough attention to not die to Stalkers that consistently. I'm going to enhance the audio a bit here so you can hear that distinctive Stalker noise.
Tactical asset nearby.
I hear you.
Requesting fortifications.
Where are you?
Package acquired. Dropping package.
The 2-hole one, and I'm on the far side.
Help. Cardboard.
All that build-up, and I'm not even the person they're going for. Wow, those Stalkers must have been really scared of me.
Dude, there's one more out there as well.
Package acquired.
Sample acquired.
Package acquired. Dropping package. Acquired. Dropping
Yeah.
package.
Well, we just have extract left to do, so don't worry about making sure all the rounds are powerful.
Load them up, cardboard.
Package acquired. Dropping package.
Knockback force is so fucking important.
Package acquired.
So we got 2 explosive, 1 napalm, 2 static. That's it.
Extraction request confirmed. Shuttle inbound.
I don't know how to do.
Seriously? That was awful.
Calling in reinforcements.
This extract is all metal, which means all of my grenade shots are going to bounce.
Deploying reinforcements.
Nothing's going to detonate on me shooting the ground.
Join the fray.
ETA T-minus 2 minutes 30 seconds. Calling in orbital strike.
Thank you. If you want, you can come up to this point, which is a good choke point to hold things up. Fuse has got that way, so you can hold this really tight choke point, or you can hold there. Either way, I will use grenade launcher to hold the other one at bay. Nothing really other than a group of roving strikers ends up attacking us for the rest of this extract, so I'm speeding up to 250% speed. You can really see how bored we are with the fact that nothing ends up spawning. It's a blessing and a curse that you get extractions like this sometimes. It's nice to have just a moment of reprieve every once in a while. But at the same time, it's like, okay, well, I guess we're just going to be standing here for a minute doing basically nothing. So, you see any good movies recently? It feels like nothing comes out of late that I want to see. Other than maybe that one robot movie. You know the robot movie I'm talking about. It's called like The Wild Robot or something. I don't know. I might go see that one. That's like the only interesting movie as of late. Don't talk to me about the Minecraft movie at all, please. Just
You know
don't.
what I have to.
I don't want to think about it.
It's a guy.
Well, the thing is, this whole build is about Stagger Force, and they did buff the Stagger Force on this thing. So what I'm doing with MG is, because we have to sit in a camped position for so long, I don't want to have to worry about grenade launcher. So instead, what I want to worry about is just not hitting you with a spray. Two things. First is that I've been thinking about how the EMS strike might be a little bit better against bugs, just like how the smoke strike is better against bots. And maybe I deserve to give it a fair chance against the enemy that it's better against. The second thing is that I've kind of reversed the build order here. Instead of running the explosive grenade launcher, my primary is the explosive crossbow. And instead of running something fast firing that has high magazine capacity and stagger force, I'm instead running the machine gun rather than any kind of primary that has good stagger or push force. It's essentially the same build, I've just flipped the script on it. It's also similar to what I talked about at the start during the introduction to this whole idea, where there's more than one viable way to do this. It really just comes down to what weapon is your personal preference as opposed to what you're going to end up using. And now, I present to you my worst 500 kg throw in a while. Yeah, it doesn't kill any teammates, it's just, I should have either thrown it at the Impaler or directly at the actual research lab, rather than, you know, trying to throw it at the research lab and missing both important targets I could be shooting at with.
Oh, you got it. Cool.
Good to know, it takes an entire machine gun clip followed by 2 crossbow shots to take care of one of those things. Oh, I'm being meleeed. I said the wrong thing. For context, anytime I say clip rather than magazine, box goes to melee me.
Sub-objective nearby.
You know, I gotta just keep moving. We can afford to have a little bit of tomfoolery in tier 10s as a treat, as a nice bonus. For fun and profit, you know? For fun and profit. The 2 most important things. Mostly the fun part. Alright, you know what? We're gonna see this.
It's a clipazine. Okay, got it.
Alright. Good to know, you can melee those for whatever reason. Oh, that was almost very bad.
Objective critical stratagem available.
Calling down objective equipment.
Objective critical stratagem no longer available.
Oh, you can change ice manually.
Of course you could change lanes manually. Imagine you couldn't reload manually.
I got the terminal.
Well, what's up? Never mind. This was a bad place for this.
On tunnel 3, engaging terminal.
I got an idea to make a slightly better place, and it's called EMS strike.
I got the terminal.
Marking location. Cancel that. North. Heavy.
How did that do? Why did I... What? What's the deal fire over here?
Step closer to mission completion.
Prosperity.
That was pretty cool. Probably should have. Oh shit. Not your fault.
And here's one of the many reasons why I don't like machine gun usually compared to its other crowd control counterparts. it needs the upgrade to have full resupply to actually get all of its magazines back. And because of that, it isn't as convenient for me personally when using the supply pack. Because you only get 2 out of your 3 magazines back. The flamethrower, the laser cannon, the stalwart, the heavy machine gun, and the grenade launcher, all relatively comparable support weapons, get full mags back. This gets 2/3.
Objective located.
After bringing a few rounds closer to the artillery piece, I decided to go on bug clearing duty and hold the perimeter down while the other 2 continue to load. I unfortunately missed 1 scavenger hiding behind the rock, which is pretty standard for any difficulty level of bugs, and that leads to a breach. Oh well, time to get blasting. Alright, terminal's done, let's get out of here.
Tagging map. West. 50 meters.
Sub-objective near your location. Requesting air support. Objective critical stratagem
Requesting
available.
objective equipment. Sample
Objective
collected.
critical stratagem no longer available.
Good call.
One moment.
Engaging terminal.
Watch out, watch out!
I mean, hope I didn't get you with that pistol. Grenade.
In. Northwest.
Hold on, before I start this up, I'm gonna go grab this. Because this pin is where Stalker Nest is, for sure.
Acquired.
Calling in orbital strike.
Alright,
Enemy
here
tactical
they come.
asset within threat range.
Bye, Stalker.
Get off.
That ragdoll was
Good work, good work.
immensely funny. You know what?
Hive structure
I got an idea. This might
I'll
be
be
a
honest, I think
stupid
I kill
idea,
you.
but I've got a brilliant idea.
at range.
Okay, was that funny enough for you? That was funny enough for me. That's the reason it's in the video still. It's slowing down something and replaying it over and over again is such a simple but classic route to humor. It's not comedy gold, but it's definitely comedy silver. Maybe comedy bronze. Oh, I don't even get on the podium. That's fair. Everyone's a critic. In other news, that EMS strike seems to be doing a lot to us. Okay, it seems to be doing a lot to the bugs that are trying to climb up this hill too, but... Oh shit, I hit the biotension leg.
Oh shit. Okay, I'll do it. I'll do it.
With the main objective down and cleared, we start heading for this 10-hole bug nest that's right in front of us. I drop in a 500 kg to soften up a little bit of the bugs inside, but our Bug Breech is still on cooldown for a bit here, so we can afford to be a little bit reckless and push in a little bit quickly. I go to thermite the charger, just on the off chance that fuse isn't loaded, and then I throw it down into the pit, and when it goes off, it gets me 5 kills, so that's pretty cool. I'm going in.
For prosperity! Requesting air support.
Coming in hot.
Last reload.
Ow.
I can get it with a crossbow.
New mag.
Sending in an eagle.
I dive down and hit the deck, knowing that with this armor set that doesn't have any benefit to recoil reduction, that I'm going to need to be laying down to spray and pray into the bugs.
Where is he?
In the meantime, Box clears up the last hole, and Fuse airstrikes the Bug Breech. On an even better note, the supply plaque actually does its job the first time I try to supply somebody else. Let's go!
Firing non-lethal payload.
Ah, shot sucked.
With the base down and that Bile Titan dead, I get started on calling in the prospecting drill and a second machine gun after reloading this machine gun. This will give me a second machine gun on the floor that's fully loaded that I can pick up at any time. Right, and then I'll drop in a second machine gun, that way when I never have to reload the first one, I can just pick up a second one instead of reloading it. At any defensive location, including extract, and especially extract, I recommend dropping in a second copy of your support weapon to take care of things if you do get into one of those hairy situations you need to reload in. Let me just make sure that this is also on fast setting. Oh, it's E4. I'm just blind. It was so cool seeing so many of those things just go over the cliff at the same time as dead bodies.
Engaging terminal.
One moment, hold on, look at this guy. I think I got him. Definitely got him.
Requesting orbital.
We got a impaler off that way. You can see it and snipe it.
Yeah, got it.
I got the terminal.
He's way off. I'll focus on these guys instead.
He's within 150 meters, so he's not way off. He's still a threat.
Understood. We have another impaler though. Yeah, give me a second.
You're around the corner, so I can't do anything for you, sorry. Making good on my promise of swapping machine guns, it seems like things are going swimmingly. Which is not usually how things go in tier 10s. This feels more like a tier 7, maybe even a tier 6 at this point. That's just what having a good community team can do for you. And backing each other up. Which is, honestly, if that's your only takeaway from this video, thanks. That's an important takeaway to do. A lot of the times you just get people going absolutely crazy and not backing each other up and trying to do basically solo dive. Bad at all. There's something directly in front of us. It's probably an Alpha Commander in the ditch here. No, it's not.
We're coming.
Sending in an eagle.
Keep liberty.
Have a taste of democracy.
Alright, it's down.
Heavy, northwest, on my position.
Hey boss, got a free stim? Oh, I really just missed that.
As a medic main, I get too distracted with hearing that somebody needs a stim and trying to administer it. Oops. Happens to the best of us.
Another one going in. Give me a second. This fucker.
Oh god.
Oh fuck.
Oh, there's a second one.
We have 3 heavies on us. Or super heavies.
Ah, damn. Bile Titan got me while I was under him. Well, it's okay. We now have a me coming in. I can land on one of these guys at least.
Approved. Reinforcements have been launched. Requesting air support.
Heavy, southwest.
You may proceed to extraction when ready.
Oh god. Oh god. Stim up again. Is anybody else getting a sense of deja vu? It's almost like this exact scenario is what happened at the last mega nest we had to take care of. Where I had to pick up Box's flamethrower and start running around with it, just dead set on closing as many bug nests as I can. Good times, good times. I really gotta make sure you guys see that. one clutch
Who's this
game from
guy?
Vox. You honestly really
Found him.
need to. If you haven't,
He's
like,
on.
go to the description or my pinned comment right now and watch it. I don't care if you don't even come back.
Maybe
Just
not.
go watch it.
Oh, he's
It
still up.
deserves the attention.
Just tanked it.
Come on.
Back
Right
up.
around. I'm getting a lot better at escaping these alpha warriors. They're not killing me. I only do it for so long. Alright, I see the last hole. Honestly, I'm just gonna drop a 500 kg on it, because there's so many things near it.
I'm very happy you've been managed to deal with it, because I've been fighting for my life over here.
Oh, I've been, too, the entire time I've been doing this. Alright, where's my pack? Where's my pack? I need this. I need this. Alright, hello. Are seeing? Are seeing. Oh, did you grab that way earlier, Law? The flamer? Yeah, well, I was running through this choke point full of things, and I was just like, I see the flamethrower on the floor in front of me, I'm just gonna pick it up. Yeah, I was too overwhelmed to fucking mention it. I essentially always had alpha hunters on me after that point, so I was just completely completely just running on just pure instinct. Just like, I have a crossbow, I am just going to keep running past these things and dip, dodge, duck, and diving until I can blow up all these holes. But our job isn't done yet. We still have another large 10-hole nest right in front of us. Fortunately, time for another 500 kg soften up, and let's go to town again.
Administering freedom.
So why am I seeing brute commanders run away more often?
Those are alpha commanders. They have
Right, them.
they have higher levels of intelligence, and because
Watch
of
your
that,
head.
yeah, they have higher levels of intelligence. So when they feel threatened, they will literally run away to spawn more alpha warriors in at a distance.
Well, they should feel threatened around us. Yes, I did stuff things but all this fun gun.
Permanent outpost destroyed.
You feel threatened, big boy. Come here, big boy.
Tagging location. Sorry. Reload it.
What do you think? Sorry. Is that this thing?
I think he got in front of my my burst.
Orbital.
Deploying non-lethal payload.
New mag.
You may proceed to extraction.
Oh, okay. This doesn't stun hulks immediately. It stuns brute alpha commanders immediately.
Permanent outpost destroyed.
Oh god.
Oh, well, I'm kind of it.
Got a sample.
There was? That's funny. There's a stalker nest. There's a stalker nest in front of us. That's why.
Sending in.
Coming in hot.
That's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There still should be a 5th sub-objective somewhere.
A
Maybe-
subjective?
Sub-objective.
Northwest, 300
Maybe
meters.
this is, it's probably a fog spear, I'd guess? Spore spear?
Yep. We'll give it away. The fog?
Well, that and the fact that we're still missing one sub-objective, yeah.
Found something.
The fog also could have been, like, you know, tons of different things at this point.
Trying to get eyes on it.
I'm already machine gunning it down. Fog doesn't always mean it's a spore spear. It could be a nursing spear, a spore charger. There's too many different options for how they can reduce your visibility. Takes me half a clip, but still gets the job done. It was at this moment they knew they fucked up.
Action shuttle inbound.
Yeah, I deserve that one. Who knows? Maybe I quite literally cut a stripper clip in half. I'm being funny. You can't just pick up one super sample and expect me not to go pick up the rest of them.
T-minus 2 minutes and 30 seconds.
You saw that, didn't you?
Yes, I saw that. I'm like, Fuse isn't even going to comment on that. That must be some kind
No,
of
I'm
secret
not.
bit.
Because it's gonna be funny when you go to the screen. You're like, why did we get one super sample?
Unfortunately, I'm too quick for that kind of nonsense.
Ah, I can't get one over on old Archiver.
Well, you can get one over. Just it has to be something other than quick. Like if it's stupid enough for me to not get it, or really, really smart enough. But like, you have to be a genuine godlike area to do that. Okay, I'm overselling my intelligence, but that's kind of part of the joke. I want to lay prone and be shooting things. Can I do that too?
Yeah, sure.
I don't see anything to shoot. You guys already shot all the things. And at that exact moment, Lady Liberty blessed me with something to shoot at. Thank you. Thank you very much, universe. I needed this one. Yeah, honestly, I didn't mind using that for this mission that much. Like, sure, the flamethrower definitely is better in terms of just killing bugs, and the stalwart is better just in terms of killing all the light shit. But this just has the power to kill drone and alpha commanders just that little bit faster. Also keeping them better at bay. Because if you're using a stalwart against an alpha commander and it goes to charge at you, it doesn't care. It just slows down. It never comes to a complete stop. And the situations where they've been charging at me with this thing, I actually get them to come to a complete stop. I know you know.
Reloading.
I just can't stop thinking about your comment from earlier.
T-minus 20 seconds.
Jack of all trades, master of none. That's why it's the first support weapon they give you. For that extra bit of context, at the start of this mission, Bach said I was brave for using the standard machine gun going into this defensive mission. I think it turned out okay. All in all, I have been Quintessence42, your lone archiver. I hope I've showed you the power of supporting your teammates, especially when they're wielding the flamethrower and you've got a stim pistol. If you liked this video, please give it a like. If you have any feedback or comments for me, the comment section is right there. Feel free to use it. And if you'd like to see more Helldivers 2 content, I'm posting them on the even days of the month of October so far. I don't know where I'll go with my channel after that, but at least for October, that's what the schedule is. With that, I've been Contestants42, your lone archiver. I hope to see you around. Have a lovely day and or night. Arrivederci.
Ultimate gamer food.